We've tackled the campaign map, battles, and armies. This video will cover the deepest aspect of the game, character management. Character management affects both the fantasy and historical side to the same exact degree, so this is crucially important regardless of which campaign you're going to play. In this video, we will focus on the aspect of unity and then lead into the various factors that will influence all characters on the campaign map. Let's dive in. Unity is a metered mechanic that is the specialization of Liu Bei and is unsurprisingly a measure of how unified his empire is through all characters in his faction. The more satisfied your characters are as a whole, the quicker that meter fills up. With each incremental step in the unity bar, you'll see an increase in prestige, income, and more administrator positions opening up. With prestige needed in order to level up through the government ranks, seeking a high unity, namely through said character cohesion, will allow Liu Bei the potential to advance very quickly. There's another feature that unity provides. Liu Bei's motivation lies in eliminating corruption and restoring the Han dynasty. As such, at the cost of unity, Liu Bei can personally claim a territory under the control of the Han Empire without a fight. This mechanic will allow Liu Bei the chance to quickly gather the remains of the crumbling Han Empire under his control before the other factions snatch them up. Of course, it will then be up to the player whether they want to focus on developing Liu Bei's governmental power or turning towards gathering the aforementioned territories. The most defining factor with all characters in Three Kingdoms will be their satisfaction level, determining whether a character chooses to stay with a faction or leave and become available for other factions to then recruit. Their ability to leave of their own measure is a definite step up from previous Total War games and gives the idea that characters are a part of the world as a whole and not concretely stuck to a single faction. Satisfaction can be simple to manage in some ways and in others not so much. No character enjoys sitting idly in the recruitment pool, and being jobless will very quickly lead to dissatisfaction. That's something that can possibly be remedied easily. Assignments are, in a way, like edicts, but for certain characters. They are limited by your faction leader's government rank, so choosing who receives these assignments won't be an easy choice, but assignments can range from campaign buff for certain government roles, to certain advantages in battle, to even just an overall specific satisfaction boost to all characters of a certain type, like champions. Certain techs and skills can also quickly affect the satisfaction of a character. It gets less simple in the realm of Guanxi. Guanxi is the Chinese concept that embodies social networks and their influence on power structures, business, and other matters. This idea of relationships between characters is what I believe will ultimately decide the rise or fall of your empire in Three Kingdoms. These relationships, both good and bad, will develop between characters as your campaign progresses and will impact gameplay in several areas such as faction management, character satisfaction, diplomacy, and battles. For example, family members or close friends fighting together will fight better, while two rivals deployed in the same army could negatively impact morale. Rival characters in different factions are extremely unlikely to engage in diplomacy, but longtime friends could easily work out an alliance. Jealousy also plays a decent factor. Should a character of a lower rank than another be raised to a position of power, or simply just be increasing in rank faster, a rivalry could fester in those that feel they've been left behind. Managing all these relationships might seem a bit overwhelming, but Three Kingdoms has you covered. In the details of every character is a Relations tab. This tab will show you the relationship status between the selected character and any other character they know. It is an excellent system that allows you to quickly determine the synergy of characters and their motivations. If you're smart, you'll use this tab regularly to help you manage your characters across the board, from army setups to diplomacy, even espionage when you get to it. There is of course much more detail to characters and so many more factors that you will take into effect when managing them, but the things mentioned in this video are some of the biggest. The overall picture is that we are seeing a depth in a Total War game like we haven't before. It will be interesting to see if Creative Assembly has rewritten the AI to use the system fully, but from what little I was able to grasp in my own time playing, it looks like we might have a winner. That's all for my last video on the Total War Three Kingdoms event. If you haven't watched the other two videos, I highly suggest you do, as they all come together to paint a bigger picture that is Three Kingdoms. I hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know what you think of the game based on the coverage of the event that you've seen from both myself and other content creators. Be sure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. This is Havoc, and I'll see you in the next one.